What's going on, family? Back in the lab with Abrew and King David, man. We talking about Black Monday, man. All these coaches that got fired, and we just seen that Mike McDonald, the Dolphins, pardon ways with Mike McDonald down there as their head coach. So you in the lab, and we are finna get this show started, jumping and pumping, man. All these coaches this week got fired, King David, man. Starting with Raheem, man. He got fired on Savage Sunday, as I call it, because it was Sunday, bro. So I started off with Savage. And these coaches that's on the market right now, in Atlanta Falcons, that's our team, is looking to hire somebody. Is there a coach in mind? And we're going to talk about all the coaches that got fired, but is there a coach in mind you would like to see with a Falcon on their shirt?
Yeah, definitely offensive guy. Clint Kubiak come to mind for me. Like Harbaugh, he built a culture, but yeah, been there 18 years, so he'll come and build a culture, but will he be able to generate the offensive proudness we kind of want to see? So for me, Seattle OC Clint Kubiak, he come from a football background with his dad and
He
the
did.
Shanahan's and all that, and together and growing up. So I would probably like somebody like that to come in and generate the
And take
run the
over.
team.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that, man. I definitely see that. Let me put this over here. So I want to pull this up, man. Um, and like I say, Kubiak, how about Mike McDonald, man? Since they just let him go out of Miami.
McDaniels, yeah, Mike
McDaniels, I
McDaniels.
mean, yeah.
Uh, not as a head coach, no.
You
He
think he
might be
need
a
to take a
good
step?
OC possibly on the staff. He was good. Of course, he was here doing our run as well. He was
He
part of
was.
that conglomerate of coaches. So he's definitely good at designing running plays and scheming that way. But yeah, I don't know if I want him as a head coach.
Yeah, I can see that. So right now we know what's going on with all these coaches because I see Brian Callahan out of Tennessee, Brian Dable out of New York, of course Raheem Morris for the Falcons, Kevin Stefanski for Cleveland Brown, Pete Carroll from the Raiders, and Jonathan Gannon from Arizona. Now we had Harbaugh from Baltimore Ravens and Mike McDaniels from Miami Dolphins to that list. It's a lot of coaches. We already know it's going to be coaching carousel this week. At the end of the season, this is a not. What have you done for me lately in the NFL? Like Jared Glanville said, it stands for not for long when you ain't winning. Unfortunately, Raheem had 2 years. He didn't get it done in 2 years. We saw his blunders with those 5 game losing streaks every year. We knew that was pretty much going to be it for him. Did you feel some type of way with Terry Fontenot getting let go with Raheem, or Terry had hitched his wagon to Raheem, so both had to go?
On this show, we tried to make made an argument that for him staying or him going, I'm fine. I was fine either way. Um, he did, like I say, make some mistakes along the way. So, but all GMs do. But again, on this show, we made at least me, I'll say me, made an argument for him staying. But I understand could make an argument for him leaving as well and getting fired. So I'm okay with it. Start fresh, a clean slate, go from there.
You know the bad part about Terry Fontenot, our former ex-GM, he had 5 different starting quarterbacks. He was here 5 years. He had 5 different starting quarterbacks since he been here. The first guy he was Matt Ryan. The second year was Mariota. The third year was Desmond Ritter. Then you talking about after that it was Kirk Cousins, and then this year Michael Penix. So 5 different quarterbacks. It's a quarterback character. He couldn't get that right, and I think that's what ultimately got him out of here. Because when you're coming off a 14-year veteran, 14-year veteran, Matt Ryan was here in Atlanta, in that type of stability that Matt gave the Falcons, they are seeking that. They were seeking that and not getting these quarterback carousel like teams like a Cleveland Browns, which we've seen since damn near 2000. They had a starting quarterback almost every other year with them. So I think that's what got Terry out here. I was pulling for Terry because this year with this young draft, this young defense with Pierce and Walker and Xavier Watts and all the Billy Bowman, he did a hell of a draft this time around.
He did. But like you say, his problems that quarterback thing, and two of those was guys he drafted with like Penix and Ritter. So so yeah, that probably what got him fired. And even no, Arthur didn't talk about him today, but in Arthur's interview, he was like, "Yeah, we hired the wrong coach." When he talked about Raheem, he admitted it. So yeah, that was kind of big for him to even come out and admit, like, "Yeah, we had the wrong one, so we need to do and hopefully get the right one this time." So, but yeah, that what got terrified. Probably what you just said. What the quarterbacks, man, just couldn't get it right.
He's just gonna get it right. And now this today, Matt Ryan is interviewing with the Falcons as president of operation. I don't know. Some people got different views about that. Can he do the job or not? I think Matt is pretty much a Hall of Fame quarterback. He got the numbers. He didn't get the ring, but he got the numbers to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. Uh, do you think? And we don't know. We don't know. We speculate. Do you think that Matt Ryan can bring stability from that office of president of operations to the Falcons to bring stability?
Good. That's a very good question. And then like I said, it's tough. We seen him on the field. We know what he can do on the field. At times Matt seems like he was a yes man on the field. We didn't
Yes.
kind of said that himself. So he will have to show me that hopefully he got a backbone when you go in some of these meetings and like, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna do it this way. So hopefully he could. We definitely need of some stability there. So if they decide to hire him, like I say, he beloved in the city, been here for many years, and hopefully he could bring a championship as a executive opposed to as a player. So hopefully Matt could do the job if they decide to go that route and hire him.
If definitely they decide to go to the route. I want to go by team, man. Brian Callahan, man, he out of Tennessee, man. He just, I didn't watch Tennessee as much because of the market that they're in, but I think Brian walked into a bad situation after Vrabel. That team was in shambles, man. Looking at it, looking at the numbers, looking at the players, looking at the ownership, that team seemed like it was in shambles. And that's what ultimately got Mike Vrabel out there. Now we see what Vrabel is doing up in the Patriots. So I have to look back on the team that he inherited. He just couldn't turn it around.
Yeah, and as a young coach, man, sometimes you gotta be able to say no. I know they all want to become head coaches, but you got to look at them teams and be like, no, that ain't gonna be a good fit, man.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably fired in about 2 years if I take this job. So, but I know they all kind of got egos and be like, I can do it. I know my way. If I do it my way, I can get it done. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta look at them teams like, nope, they don't have enough pieces.
Exactly. They don't have enough pieces in a lot of these cash. A lot of these teams be cash strapped from bad contracts. So if you walking into a team that's already strapped with bad contracts and got dead money on the book, ain't no way you gonna be able to turn that around in the 2 years. You know what I mean? You'll need multiple years. And right now, as we can see, several teams are turning this thing around in 2-3 years. But that don't go for all teams. You know what I mean? Look, I'm looking at Jacksonville, man. They look like they get their thing rolling down there. But then I thought the coach was going to be winning this year, and you see what happened there. They just fell off hard. So I guess it's come down to, and they owner was standing on the line taking notes with them every game, every practice. That was crazy.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
that
mean?
quarterback got hurt. Don't get me wrong. That quarterback got hurt, and they had to bring in a 44-year-old or whatever he is, Philip Rivers. So you kind of doomed when that happened.
Yeah, you are, but we just seen what happened. And so then we go to Brian Dable. I knew Brian Dable was out. Uh, you can see how that team was falling apart from the time they signed Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
and then Jackson Dart was out here running wild, man, taking big crazy hits. As a young rookie quarterback, you can't allow your quarterback to get hit. Like somebody should have set Jackson Dart down. He didn't got injured a couple times, so he was out a couple games. Scatterboo, uh, was out for the season. I think he dislocated his ankle and broke his leg or something like that. He was out. And then you got Young Ho who left for the Falcons, went up there kicking the grass instead of kicking the ball. That team was in shambles, bro. I knew New York was. I knew New York was in trouble. I knew they would know his time was up at the end of the year.
Yeah, and he had a couple years. Yeah, New York is one of them cities where the media gonna be on you if you don't get it done. You probably gonna be out in a couple years. Which what he had about 2 years, 2 or 3 years, I guess. I'm
Yeah,
not sure, but and he might be one of them guys that where he's a better OC than a head coach as well. So this is his first head coaching job, so we don't know right now. But yeah, they was in shambles up there, brother, and they
they was
just
in shambles in New York, man, and I think they still kicking themselves by letting my man go. What's my man? The running back that went to Philly. I got some.
Barkley,
Yeah,
Saquon.
Saquon, Barkley, man. They still kicking themselves by when Barkley left them, man. And then they let my man go, Odell Beckham, and so they done had some players, but New York is New York, man. I don't know. That's the Mariners up there seem like it's bad ownership, but I don't. That's not my team, and I don't give a hoot about it. That's a them problem, as you always say, King David. That's a them problem, not us. Our problem. We got our own problem. These damn Falcons. You know what I mean? We got our own problem. So you know what I mean. So that's a them problem. But Kevin Stefanski, man, what ultimately got Kevin Stefanski out there? You talking about he was with Cleveland Brown for 6 years. He was 2-time coach of the year. So he's not a bad coach. What did you see ultimately got him fired this year and the team to say, hey, it's time for us to go in a different direction?
Yeah, the offense didn't produce. I think he had a debacle with his quarterbacks with the Gabriels and Shadur, and he mismanaged that. The offense looked like they struggled at times. He had Flacco for a little while, so they really couldn't get the offense going. Don't seem like up there. They couldn't find the right quarterback until it looked like Shadur took over at the end and started to have
Mm-hmm.
some success. But it just looked like ultimately he couldn't figure that out, or didn't want to figure it out, or didn't want to give one person a shot or a chance or something. But that I believe that ultimately got him out the door.
Yeah, the mismanagement of personnel. Then Junkins got hurt. Junkins also dislocated his ankle and broke his leg up there. Even though they had a highlight with Miles Garrett winning the sacks leader this year, breaking the sacks record, I should say, with 23 sacks. It was just too much, man. And I think even though Kevin Stefanski, he did, I believe, handled the quarterback situation wrong. You you have to put the best quarterback on the field, regardless. And we can have our own opinions. I know we done went up and down this road before. To me, from the stats part of it, from the mechanicals part of it, Shador was a better quarterback than Dylan Gabriel. Why did that boy didn't get a chance way earlier than now? You seen what he did when he's in there. Yes, he still took some losses there. But I don't think that was truly just all his fault. He got his own issues because he hold the ball too long. He takes sacks. But when he's balling, when he's rolling, he is rolling. And I think Kevin Stefanski had lost the team. I think the team was divided between the two players.
Yeah, I can see that. Like I said, they just mismanaged that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the offense struggled at times. We couldn't figure it out. So yeah, that probably got him out the door.
Exactly. And then we moved to the Raiders with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was just too old.
Yeah,
I think Pete Carroll's style has passed him.
yeah,
Sometimes you have to know when to fold them. And I think these guys, that's all they know. But Pete Carroll in his 70s, man, knocking at 8, going on mid 70s, I think. His style of player and personnel is just too old. He run up and down the sideline like he's a young guy, but I just think Father Time is undefeated.
yeah. Sometimes the game could pass you by, man. The game evolves, so the coach got involved with it. But yeah, so I agree. And don't look like they had good quarterback play. I think they had Geno Smith out there this year, but don't look like the Raiders was a very good football team. Just to
And
be
no,
perfectly
they
honest with you.
wasn't. They,
So
looking at what they had and looking at their record, looking at the players, they should have had more wins than they had, man. You know, you still was a solid team. I think it was a poor. Now, from a quarterback standpoint, Geno, I never was a fan of Geno. You know what I mean? I thought he's a great backup, but even when he got drafted by the New York Jets back in the day, he's just been Geno. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
he's he's average.
yeah. And
It's
he did
nothing.
a okay in Seattle. He had a little resurgence, which I guess ultimately got this job. And um, so maybe Pete was up there at that point when he was in Seattle, maybe. And
I think so.
so coaches tend to like go with players that then been on their squad to kind of like and familiar with them and possibly know their system. But yeah, but I ultimately agree with you. The game looked like it has passed Pete by and just it go sit on the beach somewhere, Pete, or go fishing or
Okay, you
something.
should
And
have enough
let
money. Go
right.
retire. It's time to retire. About like Belichick. Let Belichick in his 70s, bro, mid 70s. It's time to that young girl wearing Belichick out too, taking his money. Belichick Belichick go and hang it up, man. Sit it down, man. You know what I mean? Come on, Bell. You know what I mean? You don't want 7 Super Bowls. Go hang it
Yeah.
up, bro.
Well, he won the record though. You know, he won the all time winning record. So
But
he
I don't think he gonna get another
back
job
then.
being in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think Belichick probably have been blackballed, bro, from the NFL. I do. It's still a good old boy network, and unfortunately, he got the skin color, bro. But I think his attitude got it, bro. I
he
think his
he
attitude
pissed
got
off
it.
some of the good old boys.
He pissed off some of the good old boys up there. I think he pissed off Robert Kraft and hey, B Nuts hang out with B Nuts. You know
Right.
what I mean? You ain't got no money for them boys.
Yeah.
Bella, you ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. And then we looking at Jonathan Gannon, man. I just think he went in the bad situation. Much as I like Kyler Murray as an athlete, I just don't think he's nothing special as a quarterback. And I hate to be like that because he ain't as young no more, but he has a big arm and he was fast. I just think Kyler didn't put the work in to make that team great. Now he didn't have many pieces around him, but he did got Marvin Harris Jr. out there. But I don't think Kyler put the work in that it take to be a quarterback.
Yeah. I don't think he dedicated himself to the game, and of course we said the same thing about Mike Vick way back in the day and how he
Yep.
didn't study film and tape it and really dedicate himself to the game. So yeah, I can see that recurring.
Kyler.
Kyler Murray, and of course that came out with the contract year too about all of that and his preparation and all that type of stuff. So yeah, just don't think he really dedicated himself to the game. So, but so far he had a decent, I guess, little career. I
Yeah,
guess
he
at
got
this
paid
point.
because that last contract was
So
pretty. The last contract was obese, bro. So he got paid out there. You know what I mean? And then we moved to John Harbaugh, man. John Harbaugh, he was 18 years with the Raiders. 18 years. That's a long time.
okay,
And John been pretty successful with the Raiders. He did win a Super Bowl on Ray Lewis's
yeah,
final year. Did he win two? He might have won. No, I think he won one.
yeah,
Won one with Ray Lewis. And so John has been successful with Flacco that year. But sometimes it is time for a change. Now it's coming out that they would have kept John, but John didn't want to let Todd Monken go. And so in if he let Todd Monken go, hey, as a UGA fan, Kirby, bring Monkey back. Damn boo boo. Let's bring Todd Monkey right up. If they since he probably gonna be let go from Baltimore, whoever the next coach come in, probably gonna bring his own guy. Kirby, we gotta bring Todd Monkey back. We want two shits from Todd. You know what I mean? Let Boo Boo go back to be an analyst or something. You know what I mean? I posted some on our unnecessary roughness page on TikTok about Bobo today. Anyway, so what do you think about that situation there, man? He was there 18 years. Um, he sometimes you can stay in a place too long.
yeah. I think it's probably just change of scenery. Need to start fresh sometime, man. Some things just get stale there. But still think he's a good coach. But yeah, and I guess it's loyal too. If that I heard the same thing coming out about like say the monkey. So I guess he's loyal
Mhm.
to his guy. But So that says a lot about a person as well, that he's willing to lose your job by not letting your
Letting
OC
another
go.
person
But
go. Mhm.
that says a lot about you as a person. But yeah, maybe just like I said, change the scenery, new personnel, new everything, start fresh. But um, still think he's a good coach.
I do think, and no matter who Atlanta pick, man, I think Harbaugh will be good here. If Pittsburgh would have fired Tomlin, I want Tomlin here. These cats that had long
Yeah,
charities, bro,
yeah,
and have won a Super Bowl, and been a team, being rooting for a team that never won a Super Bowl, we would have been the two, but we lost both of them. I would love to have a coach that brings stability or anchor. I call them anchor coaches that got that know how to build something, that have
yeah.
built something and built
Right.
something. I will say that. And we talked about Mike McDaniels, man. Uh, that whole staff that was on our 2017 Falcons team with Dan Quinn, Raheem, LaFleur, Mike McDaniels, Kyle Shanahan, Ubrick, all these guys, bro, was here. And it seemed like somehow we circled back and got them again, and now all of them finna go back. Ubrick and Raheem finna be gone again.
Yeah, and yeah, depends who come in, I guess. Like I say, Brick done a solid job, but yeah, depends who come in. You're gonna try to find your own defensive guy, but yeah, it happens, man. It's a network, and guys hire guys they know and coach with and play with, and
Exactly.
they kind of want that familiar person around them. So yeah, we have seen it before. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I seen something earlier today where somebody had requested to interview Brick. I don't know if it was Dallas or I think it was Dallas Cowboys. Somebody requested to interview you Brick today. But yeah, man, there's several coaches out there that if they become available, I would like to see him here. Like LaFleur in Green Bay. I think
Yeah,
LaFleur would
Matt.
be good.
Hmm.
We're here in Atlanta. Tomlin, because it was word before they won the division that Tomlin was on the hot seat, which we know that the Roonies don't get rid of coaches like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They only had three coaches in 1969.
All right. So yeah.
So Tomlin can pretty much they don't really fire nobody. They just let their coaches retire. And
Yeah.
and that's respect. I can respect an organization like that. Now don't get it twisted. If I got Raheem, there's no way in hell I'm gonna let Raheem run amok for 10 years. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna let Raheem run amok here for 10 years, bro. You know what I mean? If you got somebody like that, we knew we had a clown. I shouldn't call that man a clown. We knew we had a jokester when he got here, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't the
He
right hire. Yeah, we
it
knew it wasn't the
wasn't
right
it
hire.
wasn't the right hire. We talked about it. We didn't want Raheem,
Yeah.
so we knew. And then when we started out losing, bro, we lost a couple games, and then we had Grandpa. Then Grandpa seemed like he got hot, but then Grandpa was still in. It was just a bad, bro. Then Raheem bringing two new offensive coordinators. Zach, I'm so glad Zach should be out of here right now. He's still on the contract. The fact, but I'm sure the next head coach is gonna come in here and clean the house.
Yeah.
It was bad for 2 man. It's been bad for the last 5 years here in the Falcon, bro. Matter of fact, it's been bad here the last 8 years. We ain't
Yeah,
made
but I say yeah, it's been about 8 years since we
been
made the
eight
playoffs.
years, bro.
So yeah,
You know what I
been
mean?
bad. Going back, no Raheem, the Arthur, the end of Quinn time. So
In the Queen, bro. It's
yeah.
just been terrible, bro. I see. Damn, King David got a belt right now, man. You gonna put some? You gonna belt the ass somebody, bro?
Hey man, at some point we got to address the elephant in the room. At some point,
Damn, I was watching, then I'm like, that's a belt run. King
yeah, at
David got a
some point
belt.
we're
God,
gonna have to address it.
we all right? Do we need to have a sidebar? God dang. Nah, let me stop, man. But no, man, I'm being honest with you, man. So those six coaches is Black Monday. We know this coming down. Do you foresee any other coaches probably being let go?
I have to truly think about it, but if you're gonna let him go, you probably let him go within his first few days of end of the season. I would think typically how it works. So the rest of them might be pretty safe, maybe,
Mhm.
but I have to kind of go team by team and kind of see what's happening. But yeah, generally you let them go within the first few days after the season is over.
Is my man Aaron Glenn? Is he safe?
Yeah, he
The
should
Jet,
be fine. This is his first year. I, yeah, he should be fine.
but you know you got some teams like Arizona got rid of Steve Wilkes. Steve Wilkes in
They
first
did.
year, man, you know what I
They
mean.
did. They did.
So some teams just get rid of you because they don't like what they're seeing or whatever. They think it's a better hire. Hell, the Patriots fired Gerard Mayo after 1 year to hire Vrabel, which I thought
They,
was BS. I
yeah.
mean, when Gerard did a solid job, he didn't do the best job. He did a solid job, and just bull crap with that.
Yeah,
Uh,
Glenn at least got one more. I think one more year. You got to get his quarterback situation fixed, though. You got to fix that.
mm, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, we talking about that Black Monday, but so now we gotta address the elephant in the room, Ken David. We was on vacation together, man, and we was sitting here watching the Georgia Ole Miss game, man, and it just went bad, man. While we was on vacation, man. This is our
Yeah,
first show since that, bro. We got back in town, and it was bad, bro. That I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened. It was 3 hours of torture. You know what I mean?
yes, yeah, it was, bro.
So I got to eat crow to all the fans that people I've been talking junk to. Georgia lost. Georgia let me down, man. I was wrong. Brew was wrong with that. I got to eat crow, man. I don't know what the hell happened to my team. I knew that Kirby teams always come out flat after buys. And so going forward, I don't want to be in no more sugar bowls. I don't want no more buys. I I I don't want none of that shit. Let's just keep playing every week. Because for some reason, when we come out buys, we are so sluggish. If we'd had a tune-up game before the Ole Miss game, we'd have beat Ole Miss. I believe that wholeheartedly. But while we came out flat-footed, looked like we had too much chicken and turkey on us. We were slow. We was out of shape. Bobo was calling screenplays and after screenplays and after screenplays. The defense, Schumer couldn't to stop nobody. It it was bad, King David.
Yeah, yeah, it was bad, bro. That's what the belt for, man. Yeah, Ole Miss. I gotta face the music too, man. Ole Miss put belt their ass to UGA, bro. Hey,
Yes,
man,
yeah.
that was a bad 3 hours, man. PG went X-rated on Kirby.
Yeah,
It was just bad. It went in overdrive on Curb, man. So,
bro. Pete Golden out, and I'm not saying Pete Golden is bad. I don't know much about Pete Golden. I know he was at Alabama. They wanted to run him out of town
yeah,
to Alabama. He went to Ole Miss. He been solid offensive coordinator, whatever, but
defense, yeah, defense coordinator.
defensive coordinator, but he outcoached us. He
Yeah,
outcoached Kirby Smart. He
yeah,
put belt to ass Kirby.
yeah,
Trinidad Chambers, shit, that boy special, bro. The stuff that he was doing to us
yeah.
looked unreal.
It did. We was watching it live. It was like, man, he just playing backyard football at this point, running around and lunching it, and them boys were going to get it.
They was going to get it, catching it, bro.
I, yeah,
It's like everything he threw, mainly they caught. It's like my defense. The defense was just sluggish, bro. Out of shape. I don't know what Schumer was calling. You leave it. I understand that we had a conversation while we was on vacation that Georgia always leave their corners on islands,
yeah.
but when your ass getting beat deep all the time, bro, you got to make adjustments, bro.
You do, bro. In that case, if we're gonna leave him on the corner, I'm saying bring zero blitz. Let's come. Let's bring everybody. If
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave him on the corner, we finna come and just try to get you.
exactly.
So that'll be my philosophy. If I can't guard you with my corners 1-on-1, then I'm just sending it to everybody, and I'm gonna force you to get it out really quick and be accurate and on time with it.
Exactly. So, and that's what I didn't understand about our defense and offense coordinator. And then you pointed out something in that game. When we was under a minute, Ole Miss didn't have no more timeouts.
Yeah.
Why didn't we just run the clock down? Say they're trying to throw it in the end zone to stop the clock, then kick a field goal, and left them almost 50 some minutes. We could have ran the clock down in 18 seconds, bro.
Yeah,
Then kick the field
and
goal.
he addressed that. Didn't make sense to me, but he spoke on it, talking about we go for the win and we're going for the win the game. That's why we threw the ball. But at this point, run the ball, man, and try to get in the end zone by running the ball. But yeah, he addressed it and said that's why they threw it. But and I'm saying
Yeah.
Kirby Smart said it. But yeah, that was bad coaching.
That was bad coaching. And it's like some days, some games, I don't understand Kirby Smart on a lot of things. Some games he super animated,
Hmm.
and some games like this Ole Miss game,
Yeah,
he was just calm.
yeah,
He wasn't coaching the guys up when they. I don't see him coach, pull
yeah.
guys to the side. He was just calm as Ole Miss. All right. So that was weird to me when I went and looked back on this game. I mean, you know, what I mean, I'm looking at it like, hey, man, this team right here, to me, I could be wrong. Well, I was wrong, but this team right here looked like it was built for the netting. They could have, with the defense that I saw in the SEC championship game and the defense I saw with the last 6 games of the season. I don't see why this team, when they was prime, why they couldn't win. Why they couldn't win it all. And then we played Ole Miss. It's like somebody hit the reset button. Like we back at the third game of the season.
Yeah, it definitely looked like we had enough talent. Like I said, going through the season and seeing them get better week in and week out, and like they was gelling and growing towards the end of the season. Yes, so I- it seems like the team definitely had enough talent, and we kind of predict. I should say I say they'll win the natty because I've seen enough
I thought
talent
so.
on this team for them to do that. But yeah, I agree. It seems like they took a step back after that bye week or something. It's just something off.
There was definitely something on.
So yeah, from both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Like I said, the offense got stale. Um, but after halftime, when normally we pretty good after halftime in most
Hmm.
games this season, at third and fourth quarter, we normally be dominating. But this time we got dominated. So yeah, it was something weird about it all around. And you said in the beginning of the game, you was like, yeah, I don't feel good about this. The way they started, you're like, I don't feel
Yeah.
good about this one.
Yeah, I just didn't feel good, brother. It's like we had zero game plan. So, you know, and that did kind of pull the air out myself, man, with the CLP. But as a sports podcast, we're gonna watch them and we're gonna keep up with everything. And right now, Miami is currently leading Ole Miss 17-10. Miami got a pretty good damn team, from what I can see. Carson Beck got 156 yards to Chandler's 42 yards. Chandler and Calvin Lacey got 75 rushing to M. Fletcher 49. So it's a good game. It's 2 minutes before halftime.
Mm.
So who knows how this game can play out? I'm finna sound biased, and I'm finna strike a nerve with my Big Ten people. But I want whoever the winner of this game, I want to win it all, whether it's Ole Miss or Miami. I don't want to see another Big Ten team win it because our comments on YouTube and TikTok and our Instagram on unnecessary roughness and our X platform on unnecessary roughness gonna be flooded with this Big Ten garbage.
I
Don't
feel
get it
you.
twisted. Don't let me. But I'm just being facetious. Right now, what I saw in Indiana looked tough.
Yeah,
They do
they
look
look
tough.
tough.
The way Oregon destroyed Texas Tech, Oregon looked good.
They look
So
good. Yeah.
I'm Big Ten. I'm messing with y'all because y'all get offended, boy. Y'all be ready to come down here and
Cancer brew.
yeah, they be wanting to cancel me, man. That they ain't no Brew ain't. They be like Brew ain't on there. It should be the King David podcast.
Had to change his name. I am no longer a brew. Have to rebrand itself.
I gotta rebrand myself. You know what I mean? Abram just Brew now. Brewski. Brewster. But nah, man, honestly, man, with the CP, man, whoever win it, hats off to anybody. My team ain't in it, so I ain't too much invested, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it because I'm a football fan. But I damn sure wish my dogs is in it, man.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it ain't the same without our team being in it. But
Yeah.
yeah, right now, Indiana, like I say, if I had to go out on the limb, I would probably say Indiana gonna take it this year. But like I said, Oregon looked good too. But
But let me ask you this: if Indiana win, that'll be the third different teams. That'll be the third different team than one in the Big Ten. What they're starting to say about the Big Ten, we know the scandal with Michigan. We know the money with Ohio State last year. And then Indiana this year, if they win it, that'd be like Big Ten took three different teams and won the natty, bro.
they do, and Indiana get
That
some money after this one. Now they big time booster already and donated some money to them.
oh yeah. Oh,
Mark,
I don't blame
yeah.
him, bro.
And you
That's
know what a
why
booster is, right? You know who their big time booster?
who they boosted?
Mark Cuban.
Oh yeah, the cat got plenty of money.
So yeah, he already done donated to him for next year
Yeah.
athletics department.
Yeah, he
So
sold the Dallas Mavericks for 3 points. He got billions, so he got major money. UGA gonna have to open that purse up.
gotta open up, man.
They got to open that purse up a little bit more. I know Kirby said he don't like to overspend for players and do that, but from what I'm seeing, all these other teams right now is pay to play.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
College, yeah, college is college is pretty much to me. College is pro level, bro. The money that these college athletes are making right now, it ain't the pro because, but I think Beck making like $6 million. Average quarterback in the NFL making 30 million and up. But $6 million obviously change these kids' life, even if they don't go pro.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
so they're making the money to change their life and drive Lamborghinis, and they not broke college kids no more. They're actually doing their thing, and I can see why these kids year after year after year going to transfer portal and trying to get more money. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. So I ain't even mad. I used to be like, damn, they got to do something about the transfer portal. I ain't even mad no more, man. Go get your paper.
Yeah, I ain't mad either. They gotta do some. They still gotta do something about it. But yeah, I ain't mad at they getting the paper. But some still need to be done about it.
It need to be some rules in the thing. Yeah, let me say, it should be some different rules in it, but I'm definitely not mad at them for going to get their paper like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
because like this kid who just signed a deal with Washington and then say he getting back into the portal, signed the NIL. What is it, Damon Wilson or something? It's like something still got to be done, man. You can't
that's the
sign a
same
deal
kid
and be like,
that
yeah, I'm out.
Georgia's suing him.
Well, no, this is a different guy. This is a
No,
different guy.
that's the dude from Missouri, right?
This is the quarterback, I think, in like Washington.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, he signed a deal, NIL deal, and now he say jumping in the portal and I think going to LSU possibly, I think. So it's like, bro. And now Washington like, no, bro, you can't do that. And I think Washington's gonna be filing legal actions against him too. But yeah, it's just like some stuff gotta be
stuff like that gotta
be done.
you,
Right.
You know what I mean? But his agent should tell him, listen, man, you setting yourself up for some litigation. You setting yourself up for litigation doing stupid stuff like that.
But whatever come out of these cases, though, it depends on how they end. Like I say, with the Georgia, with this one, it just depends on how they end and how the ruling happens. Otherwise, it's gonna be more or less of it.
I could definitely see that. Okay, I could definitely see that, man. Like I say, I don't know, man. So, but we're gonna see. We see a lot of Georgia players right now leaving, but we know we was losing C.J. Allen. Now we losing Zach Branch. We're losing Kobe Young. We're losing. I think one of the tight ends dealt. We're losing Delt, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be a rebuilding, not a rebuilding, because I think we got Got some players there. We got like Elijah Williams, the big 6'7"
Yeah.
tight end. We got players that can replace him, but I'm already ready to see what we're gonna do for next year. I need to get this bitter taste out of my mouth. The last 2 years we lost in the Sugar Bowl. I hopefully Kirby them can win more games or less games. I don't want to be in the damn Sugar Bowl no more. So ain't nothing sweet about the Sugar Bowl.
Brew,
Not
I
for
love
us.
your optimism, but if we don't change them coordinators, it ain't much gonna change.
You know, you're absolutely right. The coordinators ain't going away, so it look like we're gonna be back in the same mess. Kirby is loyal and stubborn to a fault. That's the difference. That's the only difference between Kirby and Nick Saban I can see. Nick ain't loyal to nobody. Nick would get rid. Nick was
Loyal to
loyal
winning,
to the win.
right?
Kirby
Winning,
loyal to the people.
right?
And just because you don't want back to back natties, it's still a what have you done for me lately type deal. Now Kirby ain't gonna get fired. Georgia gonna let
No,
him retire from that. He's forever cemented in the UGA coaching tree staff in the ring of honor or whatever.
yeah,
But I think with the teams Kirby have had that came through Georgia pre NIL and post NIL, if he was willing to make some decisions like Nick Saban did, I think he could have had another one or two uh,
oh yeah,
chips.
yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. He fumbled some quarterbacks coming through here, so
He
I
really
believe
did.
that alone would have gave him probably a ship or two. So
Yeah, a chip or two. So, but last but not least, man, we gotta speak on Trey Young being traded from the Hawks. It was bittersweet for me. Even though we just had did a show about 3 weeks ago, is it time to move on from Trey?
mhm,
Before any of this start brewing, the Hawks was winning without Trey. They are losing now, but when he came back, we was losing with Trey. So and the Hawks didn't sign Trey to a major extension.
right,
So I don't never think Trey was in their long term plans
right.
anyway. But I feel good about this young nucleus here. Now we didn't get much for Trey. That was frustrating. You got CJ McCullough and Corey Kipset. That was pretty much. I would at least thought we can get some draft picks for Trey. Like Desmond Bain or Orlando gave Memphis like 5 first round draft picks for Bain. And you can't tell me Trey Young ain't a better 25 and 10 bucket than Desmond Bain. So I don't know what the Hawks front office be doing. And maybe Trey tanked his own stock by being injured. But I thought we should have got more than that.
Yeah, first I agree with you and say yes. Trey Young wasn't in the Hawks' future because they didn't give him that extension beginning of the year. So they was probably planning on moving him, whether he was playing or not playing. So I agree with you on that. And yes, I believe we should have got more, but I really don't know what the Hawks' game plan is at this point. Like I said, I believe they could have got more if they would have requested the draft picks, but they requested players that probably not going to be here very long. McCullum and Kipson, you might package them to kind of trade. They've been talking about they want to go after Anthony Davis, which I don't really like because he's injury prone. But
Mm-hmm.
so I really don't know what their plan is at this point. But yeah, it was probably time for Trey to move on. Like I said, I was one that said I believe it was a better team with him than without him, but we might be better without him than with him. Yeah, based on the record and long term record that um I believe the Hawks had a losing record with Trey playing over many years. So yeah, we're probably better without him than with him. But I definitely need to see Jalen Johnson. They moved because they got Jalen Johnson. I need to see Jalen Johnson really step up now. We went to several games and towards the end of the game, Jalen didn't really step up to take over the game. So I was like, is he really a leader here? So I need to see stuff from him now because you the man.
I can see that. I think Jalen Moore's stat pattern than anything. He constantly triple doubles. Um, stat pattern stats. Dyson to me, the games that we went to and when we could see him on television here in Atlanta, for some reason they always black out the damn games here. Dyson seemed more of the dog to me than Jalen Johnson, but Jalen is projected to be the man. He should
Right.
be the man. You know what I mean? So he should be the man. But now, one thing I do see, Trey Young was a defense liability because Trey Young was a small point guard, small guard. The average size guard right now is like 6'4", 6'4", yes, but 6'3" to 6'5". These are some big guards, and Trey couldn't play defense. Trey was not only small, but he was frail dude. He was a little dude. So he was a defense liability. I think our defense is better with Trey gone. And now we got to see, can we score? Can we outscore people uh, score enough? Because we just let 25 and 10 walk out the door.
Yeah, yeah, and he was small, but that's an effort thing, man. Being small, you still can play defense if you want to get better at defense. We've seen it with Steph Curry, which Steph Curry is bigger than Trey. Don't get me wrong, but it's an effort thing, and you got to want to. I don't think Trey wanted to. Be honest with you, some stuff coming out that he's gone now that yeah, he might not have been a good team guy. So yeah, yeah, you can get better if you want to. The size shouldn't matter if you really want to get better on defense. You could have put the effort in.
Yeah, I got you on that. And yeah, and yes, word came out that he was the one that really got rid of Lord Pierce. He the one made Nate pretty much. Nate couldn't do no with him, so Nate ended up leaving, resigning, or fired, or whatever you want to call it. A lot of players say they really didn't dig him. So I don't know because I'm not in the locker room, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how the team coach go. And sometimes, man, it's just time for a change, no matter what. So who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, like I said, we got to see. I just don't know the Hawks' plan at this point, and are we gonna? Are we good enough to get in the playoff? I just don't. I don't know right now, man. But yeah, we are better defensively. Um, don't think we're as good offensively without him, but so we got to get some buckets. And CJ McCollum can get buckets. He's a bucket getter. I don't know his role going to be in this lineup. So we just got to see how this thing gonna work and what they're gonna do. Is another move come down? Like I say, we know they've been linked to Anthony Davis and trying to make a move for him. Um, could work. Could but Davis he's another Porzingis. He ain't gonna get him in the game. So
Mm-mm.
I don't really know. I would probably look at somebody else personally, but again, we'll
Yeah,
see. We just got to see how this play out.
all right, player. So we'll see, man. Anything else, man? You want to add, man? Before we wrap this show up?
No, man, it's like I said, football season about over for us, dog. So we got a few games left. Really enjoyed and get into the off season of this thing, and I guess NFL playoff a little bit, but still a little football left, and of course got basketball going on, but yeah, still a little hurt, still a little hurt by them dogs, but yeah, it is what it is at this point.
It is what it is, man. We gonna limp into the off season, man, and like I said, it is hurt. It still sting, man. Old Miss pulled the band-aid off that bit, bro. And threw alcohol and lemon juice in the wound, man. Damn you, Trinidad Chambers. Damn you.
Pull that color purple.
Nothing gonna go right. No, man. But with that said, man, I'm Avery. That's King David, man. Until next time, y'all be good, man. Appreciate the love, man. I see a few people in the chat. So y'all got to comment though. Y'all just watch. I appreciate y'all watching, but we'd love for y'all to comment. Until next time, talk to y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.